Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Right now at 10, after a busy week in the U.S. Supreme Court, lawmakers are responding. What's next for gay rights and student loan forgiveness? Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Emily Haugen. Two major Supreme Court decisions Friday could have sweeping effects on gay rights and a plan for student loan forgiveness. Bradley Blackburn has the latest on the reaction to those rulings and how President Biden is promising to fight back.
I am disappointed to say
outside the Supreme Court, there was anger and frustration at the White House, too.
I believe the court's decision to strike down my student debt relief program was a mistake, was wrong.
In a 6-3 decision, the court struck down President Biden's executive order that canceled or reduced some $400 billion in student loan debt. But the president says he has another plan to fulfill a campaign promise.
This new path is legally sound. It's going to take longer.
Some 40 million Americans would have qualified for up to $20,000 in loan forgiveness. Conservatives declared victory.
The executive branch does not have the authority to spend taxpayer money like this.
Like many across the country, student Mariana Reza in Texas is trying to figure out what it means for her loans.
Probably I have to get another job.
In another decision, the Supreme Court sided with a Christian wedding website designer who claimed free speech exempted her from a Colorado law prohibiting businesses from discriminating against gay people.
Nobody should be forced to create a message that goes against his or her convictions.
Advocates say it's a blow not just for gay rights, but all anti-discrimination efforts.
What's next? Will it be a whites only sign in a business window, or will it be a no Jews allowed sign in a business window?
In a dissent, Justice Sonia Sotomayor wrote, "The court, for the first time in its history, grants a business open to the public a constitutional right to refuse to serve members of a protected class." Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
In a statement, President Biden called the court's decision disappointing and painful. He said, quote, "All people deserve to live free from discrimination," unquote. While 2 people are injured after a single vehicle rollover crash in Vernon County Friday afternoon, a release from the Vernon County Sheriff's Department said that crash happened just after 4:30 on State Highway 56 in the town of Liberty. The driver, 67-year-old Stephen Geary of Viola, was driving when he reported falling asleep. His truck went off the side of the roadway, hit a culvert, flipped, and stopped upright on the side of the road. Geary, along with 66-year-old Marlene Geary, had minor injuries. Both were wearing seatbelts. In the email, Sheriff Torgerson said it's proof that seatbelts save lives. Now over to Monroe County. One person was seriously injured after a single vehicle crash Friday. A release from the Monroe County Sheriff's Office says that crash happened around 5:15 Friday afternoon on State Highway 72 in the Bridgeville Township. Initial reports found the driver was headed westbound before entering a curve, impacting the ditch and rolling before coming to a rest on the driver's side. That driver was removed from the vehicle by the Norwalk Fire Department. They were flown to Gunderson in La Crosse for their injuries. That crash is still under investigation, and the name of the driver has not been released.
Well, good evening to all of you from Colorado. Bill Grawl here, and checking the high temperatures across the region today. Generally pretty close to average. 87 the high in La Crosse and Eau Claire, 86 in Sparta, 82 in Winona, 83 in Viroqua, and 80 in Prairie du Chien. Those numbers pretty close to what we would normally expect for the first day of July. Now, we had those high and mid-level clouds scattered about. These were debris clouds from some rain activity down to our south across Iowa. Now, what those clouds did, filtered the sun throughout the day, also made for some gorgeous colors for that sunset. Check that out. Just after the sunset, some great colors off to the north and west, and a little bit of a star activity, some planet activity. You can see Venus over there in the western sky, maybe a portion of that almost full moon as well. We'll continue to see these high and mid-level clouds overnight. The isolated showers have all but moved away and south of the area or dissipated, but those better rain chances well to our south. Again, that's what caused the debris clouds across the region. Current temperatures in the 70 to 74 degree range for most, some 60s in Black River Falls, Sparta, and Bulk Field. Seasonable overnight, lows in the Cross right around 67 degrees. I'll have a look at the rest of the weekend forecast and a peek ahead to the 4th of July in just a few minutes.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Bill. Well, hashtag Twitter down was trending on Saturday. Thousands of users got messages saying rate limit exceeded. What appeared to be an outage turned out to be a temporary policy change. At midday, Twitter CEO Elon Musk posted that due to extreme levels of data scraping and system manipulation, the social media platform was imposing limits. Verified accounts are limited to reading 6,000 posts a day. Unverified accounts can read 600 posts a day, and new accounts are limited to 300 a day. When CNN reached out to Twitter for the comment, they said the platform responded with an automated poop emoji. Well, on another note, NASA's James Webb Space Telescope has produced perhaps the most spectacular image of Saturn ever captured. This is the first near-infrared observation of the planet. Check it out, detailing the planet's ring system, with 3 of its moons clearly visible. As astronomers study those images, it's possible they might detect some undiscovered moons. The data could also help scientists put together a more complete picture of the current system of Saturn. They might also learn more about the ringed planet's distant past. Well, back here on Earth, it's day 2 of Riverfest down at Riverside Park. For day 2, the Coulee Region Cornhole League hosted its yearly Riverfest Cornhole Tournament. There was a large crowd and teams from all over the region were down there today. Participants say that they had fun spending time with others in their community.
And we get a pretty good turnout. We're expecting between 30 and 40 teams from all over, from Minnesota, Iowa, maybe some coming up from Illinois. All around Wisconsin.
Organizers say while it's fun, it also helps them bring awareness to a bigger cause. Teams pay to enter that tournament. The organizer says a big reason that he plays is to raise awareness for future tournaments, especially the annual fundraiser for the Children's Miracle Network in March.
It was something we've been doing all these years to raise money for CMN. This last year, the tournament that we ran, we raised over $30,000.
Today's tournament has wrapped up for the day, but there are plenty coming up this summer. So if you're interested in joining one of those, we'll post a link at news8000.com. And the La Crosse County Historical Society hosted a garden party for the community today. The party celebrated the 165th anniversary of the historic Hickson House. Organizers said it was a fun day for all. Visitors toured the house, played Victorian lawn games, and there were treats available from Ellen Hickson's recipe book and ice cream from the Pearl.
It's a window to the past. It's an opportunity to walk in and see how people actually lived during the first decade of the 20th century. It's phenomenal. We like to think Mrs. Hickson would feel really comfortable and recognize everything when she walked in.
The Hickson House is La Crosse's one historic house museum. It was given to the Historic Society in 1965 from the family, and it's been a part of the city's legacy ever since. Coming up on News 8, going hog wild. A county in southern Minnesota is using pigs to beautify its downtown and boost its business. Also, fun fact, this is a story from my hometown. That's coming up later. But first, after 5 drownings in Lake Michigan, authorities are putting life-saving tech to the test. We'll show you the remote control boat that swims faster than a lifeguard. Coming up later. Stay with us.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
If you have moderate to severe Crohn's disease, Skyrizi is the first and only IL-23 inhibitor that can deliver clinical remission and endoscopic improvement.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Control of Crohn's means everything to me. Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
At Denny's, we're celebrating Baconalia with new creations starring Black Label Thick Cut Cherry Wood Bacon. Ready to satisfy your bacon obsession? At Denny's.
It's diner time.
And now, rewards members get 2 free strips of our new premium bacon for a limited time.
So many hotels.
Trouble booking the family vacay? Come on. Comfort does free hot breakfast for the whole fam.
They have waffles.
And splendid pools.
Book direct at choicehotels.com.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
After 5 people drowned in Lake Michigan and Racine in 2021, city officials are hoping to protect more lives. And they have new technology that's going to help them do it. Megan Marshall reports.
We all know and love Lake Michigan. The water is meant to be fun, but it can also be quite dangerous.
There's not really any end to what this lake can do.
Philip Kiley knows firsthand how dangerous the lake can be. He's been with the Racine Lifeguard program for 18 years.
Anytime that there is a loss of life, even if it's after hours, after our working hours, we take, we feel it personally.
Which is why he's looking forward to having more resources at his disposal to keep the beach safe. As a lifeguard, he will be able to use the Emily device. It's a remote control flotation device that moves at much faster speeds than a lifeguard could. Racine County Sheriff Lieutenant Michael Lewell says these tools decrease response times, which means more lives saved.
And we have to be able to deploy tools very quickly. That's why the Emily is such an important piece of equipment. It can be run out to the water, you grab the remote, and you could see that the victim was reached within less than a minute.
Time is precious when it comes to someone drowning. Saving lives is what these men and women do, so having extra tools to help means a lot.
It's about being able to help my community and be there to help someone when they're in dire need.
By using technology to make the rough waters of Lake Michigan safer for the community to enjoy.
Funding for that project allowed leaders to buy jet skis, flotation devices, and drone technology. Well, coming up on News 8, a 10-year-old with a need for speed. A Minnesota kid took on the racetrack this weekend with his souped-up GO truck. A look at his passion after the break.
And I'm meteorologist Bill Grahl. We're wrapping up the first day of July, so I'm going to look back at the month of June with my 8-day forecast. That's coming up after the break.
Don't miss the giant July 4th weekend at Home Furniture. Now through Monday, get up to an extra 15% off sale prices. This dining set is now just $9.49. Plus, get free shipping. Hurry in. The giant July 4th weekend ends Monday at Home Furniture.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So let's gear up for it with an SUV like the Ford Bronco Sport. It has a terrain management system with 5 standard GOAT modes, so you can go over any type of terrain. Plus, 4x4 capability is standard across the entire lineup. Be adventure ready with Ford Bronco Sport. Now, get a new Ford Bronco Sport with 1.9% financing for 66 months, plus $2,000 FlexBuy cash, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WIS-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
Just one drop. Oh! Gorilla Super Glue Micro Precise. Of course.
Precise application, controlled dispensing with Gorilla Strength for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Birthdays are something to celebrate, and our News 8 This Morning team highlight them every day. If someone you know is turning 8 or 88, submit a picture of them at news8000.com today. Look Who's 8, brought to you locally by Pediatric Dentistry of Onalaska. Little teeth, big smiles.
During the 4th of July mattress sale at Home Sleep Express, get up to $500 off Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattresses and a $300 shopping card with free delivery, setup, and a 120-night guarantee. Plus, get 3-year interest-free financing. Tempur-Pedic at Home Sleep Express.
The Board Store Home Improvements. Everyday low prices on bathroom remodels for seniors and families. Contact us today for a prompt free estimate. You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Well, a 10-year-old was getting ready this past week to shoot down a Minnesota Speedway in a race car. Both of his parents were there cheering him on. Frank Balscaro reports.
All right. Just like the older professionals, Thomas Paretsky puts on his race suit one leg at a time. And even at the young age of 10, he sees his passion for racing as an inspiration.
Well, one, I just like to drive. Second, the fact that I'm inspiring someone to do something.
Despite the dangers, Thomas has the full support of both parents.
I love to hear him turn the engine on and see him going off, but I also know that as a parent, it's really scary.
Life is dangerous, and being a couch potato can hurt you. So yes, I worry for him, but we've got a great team backing us here.
Thomas's number 8 race car is a souped-up go-kart with a fiberglass shell. But at speeds approaching 60 miles an hour, he admits it can be scary at times.
It can be. Rely that the car works, and if not, there's always someone to help you on that track.
Thomas has an unusual racing pedigree. His mom is Native American. His dad is Jewish. So on his race car, he has stickers of the Israeli flag and his mom's Arizona tribal nation.
I want him to succeed. I want him to do well. I'm 100% behind him.
I'm his dad. I'm here to love him. I'm here to support him. But if I push him, then there's no love.
It's pretty awesome. I'm very into that. I kind of wish that I had the guts to do something like that when I was little, but you know what? I love you. Bill, will we have good weather to car race this weekend?
I'm at 60 miles an hour, 10 years old. That's pretty impressive. So, boy, props to him. Well, hey, it is July 1st, so let's take a look back at the month of June out at the La Crosse Airport. No surprise here. It was warmer and much drier than average. I should probably add smoky and hazy onto there as well. Average temperature 72.8 degrees. That was 1.8 degrees above average, tied for the 13th warmest June on record. 8 of the last 10 Junes have been warmer than average. Rainfall, the big story though, 2.40 inches. That is 2.68 inches below average, and this follows a very dry month of May as well. And look at this, 1.81 inches of that fell on one day, June 18th. That's 75% of the total for the month. Third month in a row, drier than average. Persistent northwest flow aloft. That is one reason it was so dry. That's also a major reason why we had so much of that wildfire smoke drifting south out of Canada. All right, pleasant evening underway, and you can see that star, that's actually Venus in the western sky there. Pretty full moon as well. That'll be full on Monday, so some bright moonlight shining through these high and mid-level clouds as well. 87 the high today, average high is 85. And no rainfall, so we're starting the month of July, much how we spent the month of June, and that's dry and on the warm side as well. 74 degrees out at the airport, Mississippi River holding steady, 5.12 feet, 70 degrees for you folks in Eau Claire, and winds are light across the region. So temperature is pretty uniform across the tri-state, generally in the low to mid 70s, although some 60s in Black River Falls, Sparta, and Volk Field are traditional cooler spots. Are just that. And dew points generally between about 60 and even a 70 degree reading in Decorah. So that puts us in that sticky to slightly uncomfortable range for our southern communities. And dew point forecast overnight generally between about 62 and 64. So a little bit on the sticky side. It can always be much worse this time of year, but with the lack of wind tonight, may feel a little sticky if you don't have AC. Otherwise, some high and mid-level clouds. Again, these kind of debris clouds from all of the rain activity to our south. It's close, just no cigar in terms of getting some of that rainfall into our area as the main storm track remains just to our south. So Sky Tracker shows a dry night tonight. Mainly dry tomorrow as we get more and more sunshine through the day. Sky Tracker popping some isolated showers or sprinkles in the late afternoon, but the air is going to be so dry, it's going to be hard for that to reach the ground. And then mainly dry as we head into Monday until late in the day or Monday night. Could see a few showers or thunderstorms try to creep in from the north and west. High temperatures tomorrow, very similar to what we saw today, right around 87 in La Crosse. In fact, most spots will see highs between about 83 and 87 degrees. Folks, that's right about average. Average high in La Crosse for July 2nd is 85. So for tonight, those mid and high level clouds scattered about, seasonable, 67 for the low. Mix of clouds and sun tomorrow. More sun in the afternoon with highs around 87. Hot on Monday, 93. That slight chance of storms Monday night into the 4th of July. So we'll keep a close eye on that for you for your outdoor plans. 88. 81 with a better chance of rain into Wednesday. Cooler Thursday, 78, and then back in the 80s Friday through next weekend. Small chance of rain a week from tomorrow. But again, keep an eye on that 4th of July forecast. We'll definitely update that as needed over the next couple of days.
You know what? Overall, I can't complain.
Right. Sounds good.
Thanks, Bill. All right, well, coming up in sports, the Bucks made a big splash in free agency, making sure one of their best defenders comes back for another season. And it's day 2 of the Viroqua Legion baseball tournament. Cade was at a game earlier today, and he's got the highlights after the break.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. At Mayo Clinic Health System, get personalized specialty care with access to experts from orthopedics to neurosurgery and cardiology to cancer care, all close to home.
At Marine Credit Union, we have great rates and an even better mission. With our new certificate and money market rates, you can grow your money and grow your community. Call or visit marinecu.com to find a branch near you.
All the training is done here on site. You are paired up with a trainer and they will be showing you all the different processes that we do here on site. If you have the desire to grow, we have the tools necessary and the training programs necessary for you to succeed.
Russell, what does this have to do with law?
Absolutely nothing.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for Auto Show, where you can experience new Ford SUVs firsthand. Then head to your Northland Ford dealers for exclusive offers like 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Hurry in today. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
I started in the shipping department. What I like best about Pilgrims is the fact that if you put the time and energy in to the company and yourself, the company will acknowledge that and invest in you as well. Pilgrims is more than a job. It's a career path.
At Marine Credit Union, we have great rates and an even better mission. Not only will you earn a higher return on your money, you're also helping our community. We provide loans to people who can't get them elsewhere and help families on the path to homeownership. Visit marinecu.com to find a branch near you.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Cade Overton.
Yesterday was the start of the annual Viroqua Legion baseball tournament, and today the Viroqua Park Bowl was filled with 5 games throughout the day. Now, most of the teams are in that senior division, but the Holman 17U squad is competing, and they already had 1 win under their belt. They were a step closer to making it to the championship game. But let's go over to Viroqua for their second game of the day up against a tough Prairie du Chien team. And the Hoppers had a man on third, but Kevin Solberg gets a big strikeout here for the second out of the inning, but he wasn't out of the water just yet. Next batter, and the pitch goes off the glove of the catcher. The runner on third will score, and Prairie du Chien jumps in front. Same at bat, another runner on third, and Colton Thompson takes this to the opposite field. That gets down. Another run scores as Thompson is in with an RBI double. Hoppers lead 2-0. Later in the game, it's Thompson again. This time, lines one down the right field line. That's trouble. 1 run scores. Thompson slides into third with an RBI triple as the Hoppers would go on to win 13-0 in their first game of the day, but would fall to Viroqua in their second game as well. All right, gotta love the Northwoods League. Nothing going on in the first 3 innings of the game. In the second I leave, the Larks explode for 9 runs in the 4th inning. Loggers gave their best effort at a comeback, but fell a little short, 12-6. They'll go again tomorrow. All right, let's switch gears to the MLB. Brewers trying to get a win on the road in Pittsburgh. Just minutes into the game, runners at the corners for Rowdy Tellez, and he skies one to deep right field. Should be deep enough to score a run. It is Yelich on his way home, and it's 1-0 Brewers. Next inning, 2 men on for Christian Yelich, and what a stretch he's been having. Takes this one out of the stadium into the river for a 3-run home run. Brewers take a 5-0 lead, and for the defense, Well, Corbin Burnes looked like a Cy Young pitcher. He'd go 7 full innings, giving up just 1 hit and striking out 7. A great performance by him. He actually had a no-hitter going into the 7th inning, and thankfully the offense got after today because Pittsburgh scored 6 runs in the 8th inning to pull within 3, but the Brewers held on for the 11-8 win, and with the Reds' loss today, they are now tied again at the top of the NL Central. These two teams, however, will go again tomorrow. Colin Ray on the mound for Milwaukee and Rich Hill for Pittsburgh. First pitch set for 12:35, and all of the highlights tomorrow evening. Sticking in the division, the Cubs were supposed to have their game this evening at 6 o'clock, but Mother Nature had other plans. After a long rain delay, the Cubs and the Guardians are in the 5th inning, and the Cubs trail by 2. Twins on the road in Baltimore. We've got a scoreless game in the 3rd, man on first for Byron Buxton, and he crushes this one to left, but oh my, what a catch by Austin Hayes. Absolutely robs Buxton and keeps this game at 0. Next inning, still scoreless, but Joey Gallo is going to put a change to that. A deep fly to right for a solo home run, and the Twins strike first. It's 1-0. Baltimore down to their final out. Duran on the mound. He gets the ground ball to first, covers it himself, and that's the game. A close one, but the Twins squeak it out 1-0. We've got a cool story coming from the NASCAR Xfinity race in Chicago. Dexter Bean from Westby participated in the qualifying for this race. Now, Dexter's 36 years old. He's been racing since he was 10, and he's currently a part of DMG Racing and has been racing on and off in the Xfinity Series for a while. Now, unfortunately, qualifying didn't go his way, and he did not race in the event, and the race itself has actually been suspended and will resume tomorrow. And huge news coming out of the NBA free agency. Brook Lopez is returning to the Milwaukee Bucks on a 2-year, $48 million deal. There were a number of teams rumored to be targeting the 15-year veteran, which drove up the price, but ultimately the Bucks knew he was a huge part of the team and they had to lock him down. Lopez is coming off of one of his best seasons, playing in 78 games, averaging 16 points a game, but most importantly, playing some of the best defense in the NBA that even earned himself some Defensive Player of the Year votes. Now that Milwaukee has re-signed Lopez and Middleton, it'll be interesting to see if they target anyone else. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
Hy-Vee hot deals are back. 6-pack Pepsi products, $2.49 each when you buy 4. Whole seedless watermelon, $3.88 each. Lay's Kettle Cooked 4-Rolls Gold, $1.77 each when you buy 3. Get the hottest deals all week long at Hy-Vee.
Hold on, I'm coming. You didn't tell me you were getting McDonald's.
Try a toasted bagel sandwich and pair it with a $2 medium iced coffee. Now even bolder.
I would recommend Schwebel Getz-Sieben to anybody who's been in an accident.
In my situation, I need somebody that can represent me and my family that has integrity.
I did lose sleep at night pretty much the entire time until we did hire Schwebel Getz-Sieben. And once we did, I was able to sleep at night. They took the worry out of the situation.
You need an experienced attorney on your side. Schwebel Getz-Sieben. Call or visit schwebel.com.
If you have moderate to severe Crohn's disease, Skyrizi is the first and only IL-23 inhibitor that can deliver clinical remission and endoscopic improvement.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Control of Crohn's means everything to me. Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
So many hotels.
Trouble booking the family vacay? Come on. Comfort does free hot breakfast for the whole fam. They have waffles. And splendid pools.
Book direct at choicehotels.com.
It's easy to see when you have a plumbing problem, but when it comes to your water, things aren't always so clear. Without water conditioning, your water may be doing more harm than good. Hard water can damage your pipes and appliances, leave spotting on dishes, as well as dry out your skin and hair. Contact the professionals at Maxwell White. More than a plumbing company, we offer comprehensive water conditioning. That's 2 great services under one roof. Enjoy cleaner dishes, softer and brighter clothes, and much more with a simple call to Maxwell White. Water conditioning done right.
Save big for the 4th during the Hy-Vee Mega Meat Sale this Friday through Sunday. Ground beef, $2.98 for a 1-pound roll. Oscar Mayer hot dogs, $1.48. And Hormel Black Label bacon, just $2.77. Only at Hy-Vee.
All right, I'm very excited for you guys to see this one because it is from my hometown. Animals are taking over a county in Minnesota, but they're not pests, they're pigs who are beautifying and boosting the economy. John Lortson of WCCO takes us to Martin County, where the puns are as plentiful as the pigs.
Martin County is pork capital of the state.
It's a sense of pride 10 miles from the Iowa border. And if you don't believe in the power of pigs, just take a stroll through downtown Fairmont.
What do we have up here? This is a pork in the road, not a fork in the road.
I like that,
a pork in the road.
Now, don't be surprised, we're going to use that.
Businessman Jeff Rouse is used to bad pork puns. He's one of the people behind this pig invasion.
Garbo, that's my pig, was the first one in the county.
As in famous actress Greta Garbo. About a year and a half ago, Jeff and others got the idea to put 400-pound concrete pigs in front of businesses as a way to promote the stores, the pork industry, and local artists.
We knew from the beginning this would be popular and people would like it. However, when we started seeing the artwork that was done on these hogs, they took it to another level.
20 Martin County artists painted the swine to represent the businesses they stand in front of.
It turned out pretty good, actually. It's whoever painted it did an amazing job.
Noe Juarez runs El Agave Mexican restaurant.
And your pig's name is Chuleta?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That's pork chop in Spanish.
Half a block away from Noe's restaurant is the Opera House.
Our pig's name is Nicholas. For a long time, the Fairmont Opera House was known as the Nicholas Theater.
Their pig is decorated in performing arts and has a Phantom of the Opera mask.
For us, it's kind of a mascot.
And every few months, new pigs are born.
David Hasselhog is one of 20 pigs in downtown Fairmont, and one of more than 70 pigs now on display in Martin County.
We had no idea that it would grow into what it is today.
I like this one.
I feel like it adds something different to see and look at.
The only disappointment is that these will never turn into bacon.
People are taking road trips to Martin County to take the tour of the pigs. The county is going hog wild. It's like incredible.
John Lortson, CBS News, Martin County, Minnesota.
It just cracks me up to see. Okay, we'll be right back.
Don't miss the giant July 4th weekend at Home Furniture. Now through Monday, get up to an extra 15% off sale prices. This dining set is now just $9.49. Plus, get free shipping. Hurry in. The giant July 4th weekend ends Monday at Home Furniture.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WIS-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
Just one drop. Oh!
Gorilla Super Glue Micro Precise.
Of course!
Precise application, controlled dispensing with Gorilla Strength. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
At Denny's, we're celebrating Baconalia with new creations starring Black Label thick-cut cherry wood bacon. Ready to satisfy your bacon obsession? At Denny's.
It's diner time.
And now, rewards members get 2 free strips of our new premium bacon for a limited time.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
Celebrate this 4th of July at Home Sleep Express. Get up to $900 off select Beauty Rest Black adjustable sets with free mattress delivery, setup, and a 120-night guarantee. Plus, get 3-year interest-free financing. The Beauty Rest 4th of July sale at Home Sleep Express.
Seasonable temperatures tonight, just some high and mid-level clouds, lows in the cross around 67 degrees. Most spots in the low to mid 60s, some upper 50s in our traditional cool spots to the north and east. 87 tomorrow, hotter Monday 93. Slight chance of storms Monday night and for the 4th of July. We'll keep an eye on that for you. Better chance of rain Tuesday night into Wednesday.
All right, thanks, Bill.
I feel like I know so much more about you after seeing that pack, Emily. There's pigs everywhere in your hometown.
Everywhere. It's crazy.
That was such a good pack, though, and
no, it was excellent. I know, I saw it on the website where we get all of our news from, and I was like, this has got to go on the show. Well, thank you so much for watching News 8.